Good morning, dear students. Hope you are all doing good. So today we will start the new chapter. For new chapter, reproduction in animals. In the last lesson, we have learnt about the cell, the fundamental unit of life, isn't it? About the basic structural and functional unit of all living organism. About cell, we studied in detail, isn't it? So now we move on to reproduction in animals. Okay, so before going to this, so we know that living organisms, being a living organism, it have to carry out some functions like digestion, circulation, so excretion, isn't it? So and they have a separate system for all those. Some organisms, they have a separate system for every processes like digestion. Digestive system is there. So for circulation, heart and blood vessels are there. For excretory system, kidneys are there, kidney, uterus. So they are there. For nervous system, nerves, brain is there. Okay, like that. So living organism have all different parts to carry out different functions. In the same way, and these are most essential. These carry out most essential function in our body, which helps in the survival of all living organisms. In the same way, one more process is there, that is nothing but reproduction. So one more process, that is reproduction, which helps in continuation of the species, continuation of the same kinds of species, isn't it? So reproduction is another life process. Reproduction is another life process which takes place in living organisms, which helps in continuation of the generation, continuation of the species. Okay, so and we know that there are different modes of reproduction also there. There are different modes of reproduction are also there. So first one is the sexual reproduction and another one is the asexual reproduction. Okay, so there are two modes of reproduction takes place in the living organism. So one is sexual reproduction and another one is asexual reproduction. So what is sexual reproduction? Sexual reproduction takes place in animals. Okay, so in almost all the living organism, so both the sex organs are involved. Okay, so that is the male reproductive system is involved, female reproductive system is involved. Okay, so that type of reproduction which takes place in presence of both male and female reproductive parts, so that kind of reproduction is called as sexual reproduction. In the same way, that is another reproduction is there, asexual reproduction, where we have seen in the plants, isn't it? So some plants, it can continue its generation, it can continue its species. So by that is planting that is stem, by planting a stem. So or by the planting a leaf, or by planting a root, like that. So by its vegetative parts like stem, root, leaves, it can carry out reproduction. Okay, such a type of reproduction which carry out it with its the vegetative parts, so that is called as asexual reproduction. So whereas that is the male and female sex organs are, so reproductive system are involved, so that type of reproduction is called as sexual reproduction. Okay, for example, in plants, sexual reproduction takes place through the flowers. That is the main reproductive part present in the plant called as, that is flowers, isn't it? Okay, so in animals, so usually male and female reproductive parts will be there, isn't it? So male will have a reproductive part and female also have the reproductive parts, and male reproductive that is they produce male gametes. In the same way, females produce female gametes. They fuse, male and female gametes fuse and form a zygote. So this zygote is the first step of a baby formation. This zygote, so it forms an embryo. This is the first step of baby formation. This is the first step of baby formation. Okay, so which takes place, which is present inside the female body, isn't it? So first we will know, so what is how is the male reproductive parts are there, how female reproductive parts are there, and how it carries out the function how it carries out the reproduction. Okay, so here see this diagram that is present in the page number 101. So this is the male reproductive part. This is the male reproductive part. So where it contains two pairs, that is one pair of a testis. A pair of testes on either side. So and this is the penis, and so this is the sperm duct. This is the sperm duct where the sperms are produced. Okay, so usually testis produces the sperms, and it moves through the sperm duct. It moves through the sperm duct and enters into the penis during the that is sexual reproduction. Okay, so this is about the male reproductive part. So once again I will tell you, this is the testis. A pair of testis is present. So and this produces the sperms usually, and so this sperm, then sperms are carried through sperm duct. Sperms are carried through sperm duct. So and this is the structure of sperm. This is the structure of sperm. So there are usually millions of sperms are present in the liquid, a liquid like structure, called semen. Okay, so these millions of sperms are floats in a semen. So this small, that is a microscopic sperm, so it contains different parts such as tail, middle piece and head. Tail, middle piece and head. Okay, so this tail usually present in a which helps in the movement of the sperm. Which helps in the movement of the sperm across the sperm duct. Across the sperm duct. Okay, so this is the structure of human sperm, and this is the male reproductive part. So in the same way we will see how the female reproductive organs work. Okay, so this is the female reproductive part. So here, so a pair of ovary is present. A pair of ovary is present on either side of the uterus. On either side of the uterus. This is the uterus where the baby formation takes place. Okay, so then this is called as a oviduct or fallopian tube. This is called oviduct or fallopian tube, where this ovary produces the egg cell. Every month, one month this ovary produces the one matured egg, and it will come to oviduct. It will come to oviduct and it meets the sperm. It meets the sperm. So next month this ovary produces the matured egg cell. Like that, every month each ovary is responsible to produce the egg cell. Once it matures, it comes and it waits for the sperm in the oviduct region. Okay, so this is all about the female reproductive organ. Okay, so now we have studied about male reproductive part and female reproductive part, and so this female reproductive part. Okay, so as I said, testis produces millions of sperms. Testis produces millions of sperms like this, okay, which floats in the semen. And so only one sperm will be succeeded in entering into the egg cell. Okay, so and this ovary, so each month one ovary produces one egg cell. So that is nothing but called as a female gamete. Okay, so this uterus is a part where the baby development takes place. This is the uterus where baby development takes place. Okay, so sperm and egg, so both are single celled. So this is the structure of, roughly I wrote the structure of an egg cell. So here you can see human ovum. This is the structure of human ovum. So in plural form it is called as ova. It contains nucleus. Okay, so this is the structure of human egg cell, and this is the female egg cell. This is the structure of male sperm. Okay, so when the when egg cell meets the sperm, when egg cell meets the sperm like this. So when I told that, so one ovary produces one egg cell and it waits for the sperm in the oviduct. So like this is the egg cell which is waiting for the sperm to enter. Then the sperm, so and that the sperm, so produced by the testes, which and flow through the, which enters through the sperm duct, and it reaches the penis, and it reaches through the oviduct. Okay, so once it meets the egg cell, the fusion of female and male gametes takes place. Fusion of male and female gametes takes place. That means the nucleus of an egg cell so meets the nucleus of a sperm cell. Once this sperm cell leaves its nucleus to the egg cell, so this is of no use. This style is of no use. It leaves the nucleus inside the egg cell. So one nucleus of a male sperm meets, or so it come in contact with the nucleus of the egg cell. So then the zygote is formed. Here you can see the male. This is the male female egg cell nucleus, and this is the sperm cell nucleus. So the fusion of male and female gametes takes place. That process is called as fertilization. The fusion of male and female gametes takes place. That is called as a fertilization process. So this is the zygote. So the nucleus divides and it forms an embryo. Okay, this zygote is the first stage of development of a baby. Then it forms an embryo. Okay, so then the complete with all the parts and structures, the complete baby formation is continued. Okay, this is how the fertilization takes place in a sexual reproduction. Okay, so once again we will recall everything. So in fertilization also there are two types: internal fertilization and external fertilization. Stop. So in fertilization also there are two types: internal fertilization and external fertilization. Internal fertilization means when the zygote formation takes place inside the female body, inside the uterus of the female body, so inside the oviduct of the female body. So when the fertilization takes place, so inside the female body, okay, so in the oviduct, and then they move into the uterus and the baby development starts there. So this type of fertilization is called as internal fertilization. So where the fertilization, that is fusion of male and female gametes, takes place inside the female body, that type of fertilization is called as internal fertilization. Whereas so in some organisms like frog and all, so they carry out external fertilization. That means, so male frog releases their sperm into the pond or a river or a water body, and female frog, they releases their egg or a ovum into the water body. The fusion of those male and female gametes or sperm and egg cell, they meets inside the water body and they fuse there. The zygote formation, it takes place outside, not in the any body systems. So like that, externally it takes place. Fertilization takes place externally, outside the body. That type of fertilization is called as external fertilization. Okay. Hope you are all understood this chapter, because this is very much interesting. Biology, always it sounds very much interesting because it always tells about our body, our systems, isn't it? So it is curious to know that, so what is taking place in our body, isn't it? So here in this chapter, first we have studied about different life processes which take place in our body, how important they are for our body, and so what is reproduction, why it is important, because to continue the generation, isn't it? So then, which are the different modes of reproduction? Sexual and asexual reproductions are there. So usually in plants, flowers are the main reproductive part which carries out reproduction through the seeds, through the fruit and seed formation. In animals, so we have studied in detail about the male reproductive part and female reproductive part. Male gametes, that is sperm, that is female gametes produced by the egg, they fuse and they form zygote, then embryo formation takes place, then baby formation takes place. Okay, so and fertilization. Okay, so and the two types of fertilization. So like that, so we have studied in detail about the sexual reproduction. Thank you, dear students. In next class we will continue the next concepts. Okay, so thank you.